DBSCG things.
What's up, Yup gang? It's your boy Taxon, and welcome back to Yup DBSCG Things, and today we're going over another very exciting battle, guys. It's going to be round 3 of our local this week. This is going to be Red Sin versus Yellow Whis. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to say if you guys want any custom mats and or sleeves, absolutely check out Promats, guys. This is the best place to go get your custom card needs, and if you guys do decide to get a mat from them, make sure you guys use the promo code YUP to save on your entire order. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this battle or my content in general, remember to hit all those buttons for me, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video, and with that being said, let's turn it around and dive in. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with the finals of our locals this week. We have Whis on the right side versus Sin on the left. Starting off this game for us, we have Sin going first, starting off by charging himself a energy exhausted card in rest mode, and then using his leader's activate main to rest, and then look through his life and deck to find 2 cracked Dragon Balls. Finding 1 in his life, grabbing the second from the deck here, and then more than likely passing turn over to Whis. Whis starting off by charging an extra card, starting and then playing his 1-drop Son Gohan. Gohan's going to allow him to bottom deck a card from hand in order to grab 2 skilluses from the deck, and I believe it warps them or adds them to, I can't remember. Like warps them for the turn and then plays them the next turn or something like that. It's something like that. Leave it in the comments below if you guys know exactly what that card does, because I am slightly not up to date on what the card's skill is. Anyway, swinging with his leader next, getting his auto to draw a card, and then landing the damage, putting the red Sin down to 6 life. Sin going into his turn 2 by charging an energy, and then going through his deck with his leader's ability to go grab 2 cracked Dragon Balls. Shuffling his deck after finding them, and then here we see the activation of 6 total balls in one instance, so he'll get a draw 6, charge those 6 balls. And now that he has 6 Dragon Balls in his Z energy, he can definitely go ahead and Z awaken here. But his awakening, or not Z awaken, his awakening ability is untap 1 and untap the leader. So yep, definitely wanting to utilize that 1 energy to make a play. Using Oceanus here to draw a card and then shuffle his deck. He doesn't have any more balls to go find. And then from there, we see the leader awaken, untap an energy, untap himself, and flip over. And then from here, we'll see the red-blue energy get paid to play the Ice Shinron. Comes out, swings for a 15k. We're going to see his leader effect, or not. So swinging with the leader next, not using the leader effect. Getting his leader auto to draw a card, landing that damage on Whis there. And because he doesn't have to, that's why he's not using his leader activate main, because his opponent is not at 2 or more energy, so his Ice Sin Shinron will not replay. So with that being said, he uses his leader main on his Oceanus, negs at 15, and then negs the Gohan from the field. The auto on the Gohan, I believe there. Still procs because that's at the beginning of your next turn. He gets to add a skillus to hand and play 1 from the warp. So here we're going to see the 2 energy investment for the Unison here. We're going to see the +1 rest something, nothing to rest because his battle cards aren't already in rest mode. Here we're going to see the Whis' awakening, untap 1, draw 1, go down to 6, already at 6, so he just gets to untap 1 and draw 1. We're going to see the pay 1, draw 1 card for the EX evolve of the 20k over the skillus. This bad boy is a 20k crit, and then when he attacks, he gets to KO something in rest mode. So during this attack, it is a critical, so we do see the activation of an after image, negging that card by 10,000, while at the same time the auto on the Goku will go off and remove the Ice Shinron from field. Swinging with his leader next, he's going to go ahead and get his auto to draw a card. He leaves that attack at 15, and we see Sin Shinron here using Beerus super combo to untap a red-blue energy and then pay 1 to rival his cooler. Now, since the Goku was already -10 when cooler comes out, he does force the mill 1 and the neg 10 on the Goku again, so it doesn't meet the full 20 battle power requirement to kill the card. So it does go to the drop area, but its auto does allow it to recur itself. If it's removed by an opponent's skill, it does get to go through the deck and play a skillless of the opposite name, I believe. Anyways, now that he did play that card, he does get to swing with a 15k attacker. that damage does get dealt to Sin Shinron there. And now we have the Unison. And Unison deals the damage there as well. That life did look like it was his secret rare, so quite the thing to land into your hand from your life there. He does have a 20k double striker established, a 15k leader established, and he is 1 life away from his Z Awaken. So if he does some fancy things, he can somehow utilize getting into a Z leader and maybe see a free play of the triple strike this turn. We'll see. Whis is tapped out, so he is going to have to rely on free defensive resources. Starting off by attacking with this cooler, he has a 20k double strike, but the auto on the Whis will go off, forcing the cooler player to either combo or leave it at 20, making that a way harder damage to deal. The damage does go through after using his secret rare super combo, going to 30, and then he's going to use the auto on that secret rare for 2 energy. It can play after the battle it was comboed in. So it looks like he's going to use the energy here to play the card and basically just threaten a 40k. 40k, I believe it's a double strike critical, if I'm not mistaken. Very strong, especially on top of just making that cooler attack a 30k double strike. So here we're going to see the 1 energy investment, 1 Z energy for the Vegeta. We'll see the attack of the 40k double strike crit, Radiant Sands Secret Rare. Whis essentially going to have a free Time Magic and or a Homicidal Clone-esque card. For yellow, it would be Frieza Army Reinforcements, but if he doesn't have it, this attack is going to go through and basically either eat most of his hand or he's going to land the double strike crit. We'll see what he decides to do here. It looks like he's going to leave it at 40k, no negates here. He's going to super combo in order to get out of this. Double super combo, so here we're at 35. We're going to need 10 more 1000 power in order to get out of this attack. So we do see 2 5ks and 2 super combos in order to get out of that 40k double strike crit. That did just eat like half of, maybe not half the hand, but half of the super combos eligible for Whis to be using during this game, which is very important. So here we're going to see the swing of the small Vegeta card. He is just a 5k. We'll more than likely see a 5k combo here in order to make this card a 10k, but not only not to add pressure, but to Z charge it really so that he can use the Z Awaken on his leader, because he does have to have 7 or more Z energy and not just the Dragon Balls. So he did combo there, force the Z energy, no more combos, damage not dealt because it's not 15k, doesn't pose a threat. And then we do see the swing of the leader. We see no negates from Whis' side, we see the auto to draw a card, and then we see the Awaken or Z Awaken ability from Sin Shinron, remove 7 Dragon Balls from the from your Z energy, or not 7. It just removes 7 Z energy essentially and play them. And then you do have the beefed up activate main where you can minus 1 of your dragons, which he doesn't have at this point in the game, and then you have to choose a card and minus it by 20. And that could be anything including Unisons, which is very powerful. So Sin Shinron is at 3 life. He is tapped out, so we'll see what he can do in order to survive Whis' next turn. As you guys can tell, he is playing the blue-red variant of Red Sin here, which is very strong in a lot of different ways. Not only does it have barrier removal in terms of negging with coolers that most Red Sin Shinron decks do not have, but it has the ability to use Bean on a 20k Z leader, which is very, very strong. And as you can see in Cooler's hand right now, he at least has 2 Sensu Beans, which means that he can at least make his leader a 30k for this turn and force his opponent to essentially combo their hand on every attack to make it a threatening attack. So while I was talking, he did use the EX Evolve of a, I believe it's like Vegeta? No, it's a Goku. It's a Goku, so he's a 20k crit. When he attacks, he gets to KO something in rest mode, so he did remove the secret rare during that attack. And then we see this super combo in order to make him a 30k. And then on Red Sin's side of the field, he's super comboed, untapped an energy. Sensu Bean got another energy, made his leader 25k for the turn, and then he used 1 energy to rival his cooler, minus 2 cards by 10k, and then make his opponent mill a card, while at the same time making that skillless that was in play a 5k attacker. Very, very good attack, good thing there, good play on Red Sin's side of the field in my opinion. He does have 2 20k double strikers established without even going into his next turn which is very good. We're going to see the 1 energy investment here for what I believe is a counter, because we did see the auto, or not the auto, the activate effect on the whis leader to pop a skillless and go through the deck and play a play one of the 3-cost boys. It looks like there he played the 20k double strike Vegeta. When he attacks, he doesn't do nothing, but if your opponent counters, he does untap and negate his own skills. But he is a 10k right now, so being that he did get negated with the minus energy ball, it did go down to 10k, make him a little bit less of an important attacker, considering that Red Sen Shinron is at 25k right now. But the effect on the negative energy ball did get the extra 10k that the cooler missed on the Goku that was in play, so that did remove him, which triggered his auto since he was removed by an opponent's skill to play a skillless, so that's why we have the extra 2-drop 15k attacker in field. We're swinging with the whis leader next here. We're going to see the auto to draw a card. He is going to have to put quite a bit of combos into this attack in order to get to 25 or higher to pose a threat on that attack, but it looks like there he was just utilizing that attack in order to get his auto to draw a card, not going to invest any more cards from hand in order to pose a threat on Sen Shinron there. So both players sitting below, well, about at 4. We got yellow whis at 4 and Red Sen at 3 life. Going into turn 4 for Red Sen here. Looks like Red Sen wanting to read Forbidden Power, make sure he knows exactly what it does. It's essentially Nimbus Dormant, kind of. It's essentially Nimbus without the pitch cost, and it doesn't negate the attack, which is, it's an okay card if you have a blocker on field. So starting off his turn here, he's going to start by swinging with his cooler, paying the life cost to Sparking Negate with Time Magic. More than likely they're doing that to get an extra card into the drop area. Yep, so that he can turn on Mecha Frieza on this next attack. So here we're going to see the 1 energy investment for the Ice Shinron. We'll see the activate of the leader effect to go ahead and neg the Ice Shinron, neg the skillless Vegeta, I'm sorry, kind of brain fart there. And then he's going to remove the Dragon Balls to free play himself a triple striker. So he's going to rest his 1-drop Z card in order to swing with his triple striker, forcing a Sparking Negate here, getting that, not only that negate out of his hand, but also forcing his self down to 2 life, which puts him in his leader's kill range. So we'll see what he decides to do here. So it looks like we do see the activation of the Frieza Army reinforcements. We see the leader auto on Sin to go off and draw a card. Sin's hand does look like it's getting a little low. It looks like we're going to see the 1 energy investment here for the Sen Shinron. He has nothing really to tap here unless he chooses to tap an energy. So we'll see if he decides to attack with his 20k double striker Dredge Destroyer. His opponent is only at 1 life, so he really does only need 1 attack to go through, but it looks like that is it. It looks like he does pass turn over to Whis, sitting at 3 life to Whis' 1 with 2 energy up. Both of them being red-blue, so he of course has the option to use things like Senzu Bean still, which is a very, very powerful thing on this leader, being that you're already 20k. And it looks like here we're going to see the activation of what I believe was a Gohan skill, or no, I'm sorry, that was the -4 on the Unison. -4, play 2 skilllesses from your drop and or deck, I believe. And it looks like from there he's going to use the EX Evolve skill on Goku, draw a card, 20k crit to the leader. And then before attacking with that, he did also EX Evolve his Vegeta over top and got the draw there as well. On the attack with the Goku, he does get Topo'd here. So we see Topo for 2 energy come out, discard a card from his hand, and now Whis is going to be forced to put 2 cards from his hand into the drop area every time he attacks. Goku's auto does go off. He forces the KO on the 8-drop Sen Shinron. And now that the Sen Shinron's gone, that does mean that he gets 1 more attack through because he doesn't have to worry about the activate battle on that card. Now, This game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was in time, and being that whis was at lower life than Sin Shenron, he was forced into a predicament where he had to land damage here, because if he didn't, the 5-minute clock was going to end, and he was going to essentially be forced to take the L in time, regardless of his current situation and if he could get out of this or not. So we'll see exactly what he can do here. He did just force Sin Shenron to use a testing the opposition, going down to 2 life, getting closer and closer here to the time rules, while at the same time whis is just trying to find a way to close it out. Top 5 searching with his 1-drop whis to find a skillless. It looks like he whiffs here. We'll see what else he decides to do. Looks like he's going to choose to pay the cost of Topo, discarding 2 to swing with his double strike Vegeta. And it looks like we've seen the block from the token there. Let me see the discard of the last 2 cards from hand in order to swing with the 20k double strike Vegeta. Comboing his 2 cards from field to go to 30, and it looks like Sin can get out of that attack. So with that being said, Sin won this game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe.